These days, the media coverage of President Trump is absolutely outrageous. It's ridiculous. Every single article is negative. Even the positives are negative. The New York Times ran a banner headline when he appointed his nominee for Supreme Court judge. Trump names court pick, setting up fierce fight. Everything is there's a fight, there's a battle, Trump isn't going to get his way, Trump screwed up. And this narrative just goes on and on and on. I've characterized it before as sort of an echo chamber, where the Democrats spout a line that's totally absurd, and it's picked up by the media, which bounces it back to the Democrats, and they bounce it back to the media, and they sort of cover each other with this narrative, leaving the voters and the public out of the process, and also ignoring objective reality. Let's deal with the major themes they're talking about. The first one is that Trump really screwed up with this immigration ban. Well, the polling shows that by 53 to 37, the public approves of the immigration ban, even when the question is asked as impartially as you possibly can. Do you support or oppose banning immigration from these 7 countries? 53 to 37. The media doesn't reflect that. They say congressmen go out for meetings, and at the town meetings, demonstrators are breaking them up, and the public is seething with outrage over this. What's in fact happening is that the left is trying to foment this outrage and trying to manifest it, and the media is trying to cover it and blow it up. But Trump didn't make a mistake. Trump is right on target with that executive order, and it echoes not only his campaign promises, but the views of the majority of the American people. It is absurd to say that this is targeted at Muslims. 87% of the Muslims in the world don't live in these 7 countries. So it's not targeted at Muslims, it's targeted at these 7 countries, whose nationals have together accounted for 77 terrorist attacks on the American people since the year 2001. Another major theme is that the Republicans are disagreeing with Trump. They're jumping ship. They're turning on him. Revolution is rife within the Republican Party, and they're turning on their own. The fact of the matter is that all of Trump's nominations passed with straight 100% Republican support, except for Betsy DeVos in education, who had 50 of 52 Republicans, and Vice President Pence broke the tie and confirmed her. An example of it was the media said, this is the first time in history the vice president has had to break a tie on a confirmation. First time ever. Yeah, that's because until last year, it took a 2/3 vote, and the vice president doesn't get to cast a vote unless it's a 50-50 vote. But the news media is insane about this. The fact of the matter is that the Republicans have been almost monolithic in their support of Trump. They've stood in line, they've marched with him, they've supported him, and there's great unanimity within the Republican Party on advancing his agenda, even though the media is very anxious to pick everybody off and get them on talk shows and find some little thing they say that they can then exploit as calling it a wholesale revolution against Trump. The fact of the matter is that Donald Trump has kept every single one of his campaign promises. He is literally going down the list and doing every single thing he said he would do. And every single one of those executive orders enjoys majority support in the public, according to the Morning Consult poll that just came out today. Every single one. So this is a media that didn't see Trump coming, didn't believe he would run, didn't believe he'd be nominated, didn't believe he'd be elected, and now doesn't believe he'll be an effective president. And rather than change their mind, they're pushing it and pushing it and pushing it, finding echoes in the Democratic Party that ratify it and saying this is the established fact. Well, it's not. So please spread this video over a lot of people. Send it to a lot of your friends. I'll be doing these kind of rebuttal videos every week or two, because we really have to get the truth out. We're a little bit like Voice of America or Radio Free Europe, trying to be heard over the din of propaganda coming from the other side. Thanks for watching.